Hello, everyone. Welcome, Whale community and the Hackatao community. We have a very exciting, momentous event today where Hackatao is releasing the white paper version 1 for the Mork currency, which, as we know, Hackatao has an exclusive channel here in our Discord in the Whale community, which is only accessible to holders of Mork as well as the whales currently. So this is something that will be very relevant as we move forward as a community supporting the Hackatao artists and their currency development. So the link to the white paper is available on the Hackatao website. And we have requested that the chat stay focused only to questions relevant to the stream today. No posting of GIFs or the random greetings that we are prone to doing, because we want to make sure that any questions that we have for Hackatao are very easily seen. They are only answering questions via Discord text. So we need to make sure that any non-stream related chat gets put in other channels, and we reserve the stream text solely for the stream questions about the white paper. That being said, let's dive into the white paper for Mork that Hackatao have published earlier today. And this is the version 1, so it is able to be updated as their project develops, but right now this is where we are at. We have the link to the website. I will post that again. It's also available on screen, as you can see. So the overview of Mork. I really like this quote by Hackatao. It says, "Wandering in the cryptoverse, hacking virtual worlds of unseen finalities." So one of the big things with Hackatao is seeing the community as a thinking collective. Each of us in our own way reflects the collective intelligence of the community, and they are using Mork as the fluid that helps the connection between community participants with common interests to create beauty and share it. That's the introduction, and as you may notice, there's a very big emphasis on community, even in the introduction. Moving on to the second section of the Mork white paper, we see that MORKs are the medium to share the value of Hackatao art with the community that accompanies and supports us in the wonderful journey of art. So what this says in more detail is that the community and the buyers of art are very integral to the success of artists as well as the greater successes of communities. And Hackatao is looking to support those who are really working within the community to support others and to maintain that greater quality of experience. So with the Mork currency, it is a tool for sharing, as we can see in this line here, with an economic value that remunerates individuals who act in the community and create a microeconomy around Hackatao's art. This will go into further detail in the later sections, but this is important because in order to participate in the Discord community for Hackatao, you need to be a holder of Mork. And if you are participating in the community or you are supporting Hackatao as artists and collecting the art, that's how you collect the Mork to become part of the community. So Mork is working as a development and strengthening force for the collective intelligence of this community. It's a summary of what I've just explained. The Mork tokenomics. It is a tri-roll token, so there will only ever be 10,000 Morks created. They have explained that 12% of the total supply has been reserved for project initiation purposes, and the remaining Morks will be distributed to participants in the Hackatao community, as well as collectors of Hackatao art pieces. So there's a link in the white paper to the ERC20 contract for Mork. which is available to be viewed at any time. And there are 3 collection methods by which Mork can be acquired. There are airdrops that happen within the Hackatao community in Discord. So if you're already a part of that channel, you may have seen some of the Mork airdrops. Very occasionally, holders of Mork within the greater whale community may also drop those in other channels. The second way that you may obtain Mork is through the purchase of Hackatao artwork. So if you buy a Hackatao NFT over $10,000, you receive 10% in Morks. If the NFT is between $5,000 and $9,999, you'll receive 5% in Morks. And if the Hackatao NFT is between $500, so those are usually the editions that are released, and the $4,999 threshold, then you'll receive 3% in Morks. So it's a reward for investing in the art. You also get the Mork token for your purchase. Lastly, Mork can be acquired through direct purchase on Uniswap, and we've had the ticker being shared in Discord pretty frequently, both in the Hackatao channel and the general channels and stream text. So that should also give us the Uniswap link, which is here in the white paper. And yes, the hidden channel that is in the Discord is exclusive to Mork holders with more than 500 Mork, and that's actually noted later in the white paper. We'll get there. So for the Mork value proposition, this is one of the big sections as well that is very relevant to users and collectors of Hackatao pieces. The Mork primary value manifests in 2 possibilities. First, you get the unprecedented access to Hackatao and the Hackatao community. This is that Discord channel that is exclusive here in the Whale Community Discord. And secondly, there's exclusive access to Hackatao's art pieces that are only for sale using Mork. So there will be some pieces that are posted to the various art resale sites that only can be purchased using Mork. So you need to obtain Mork by buying other Hackatao pieces or getting Mork airdrops. If you collect enough of them, it might take a while, or by purchasing Mork on Uniswap. So about that Discord channel that has been mentioned both in the stream as well as earlier in the presentation, if you hold 500 Mork in your crypto wallet, then you can gain access to the exclusive Hackatao Discord channel that will unlock a variety of the Hackatao community benefits, and that works the same way as the registration for the Whales channel, or it checks your external wallets to make sure that you are holding the 500 Mork. And if at any point you dip below that threshold, say you spend or sell your Mork, you will lose access to the channel. So this is another hold to earn sort of mechanic. Benefits to being part of the exclusive Hackatao Discord channel include the exclusive discussions about Hackatao's art, live updates about their ongoing projects and upcoming releases of new pieces. There's early access to drafts and concepts of new art pieces that are in development. Professional discussions on topics like art, crypto, and NFTs. How awesome is it to have close access to professional artists who are able to provide their perspective about a variety of topics? The 5th is participation in innovative and pioneering projects that Hackatao Duo are involved in, and also fun events such as Guess the Artist to become more acquainted with crypto art. So that was something that they were running on Twitter a little bit. You could get a preview of the Guess the Artist, and they were also having them exclusively in the Discord channel. So having some fun games is a pretty awesome perk. Professional study and analysis of the crypto art market, as well as preferential consideration for collaboration with Hackatao. So if you are a crypto artist looking for a collaboration opportunity, Mork may be your window into that particular event. And then there's also access to presenting and discussing new projects with Hackatao. and requesting advice from Hackatao on artist topics or social strategies for your art. So those are 10 very clearly outlined benefits of holding Mork and being part of the exclusive Discord channel. In addition to those benefits that were outlined, the members of the Hackatao channel will also be eligible for periodic airdrops of Mork. So that's pretty exciting too. You hold and then you earn. Hackatao is also committed to providing Mork holders with the tangible current and future value of Mork, and will accomplish this through the release of only for sale for Mork exclusive Hackatao art pieces, as we've discussed. So you must hold or purchase Mork in order to be able to buy some of their exclusive pieces, which makes them harder to get and obviously a little bit more desirable, right? Because it's exclusivity on top of exclusivity. A little bit more about the Hackatao community. In the channel in the Discord, this is where the community manifests its collective intelligence and takes action. It's a sustainable microcosm where its inhabitants exist in an atmosphere of participating and sharing. And while they'd like the community to be open to everyone, it's important that, there's a little bit of, the exclusivity and maintaining kind of a threshold of entry. So in order to be a part of the community, you have to really want it. So this is where it's important to hold the Mork. It's showing that you're willing to put in the work or upfront the cost in order to really contribute to the community. So with the next sections of the white paper, we had gone over the Hackatao community aiming to maintain its decentralization and fluidity in order for each participant to feel equal while allowing for true expertise and mutual compatibility to emerge. And in order to achieve that goal, the Hackatao community is an invisible channel on the Whale Discord, as had been mentioned earlier in stream text, and it can only be accessed with some effort and commitment, as I previously noted. So accumulating the 500 Morks for the first month following the release of the white paper, or the required amount of Mork through the acquisition of Hackatao artworks and Mork drops or Uniswap. Those are the mechanics by which you can obtain Mork. And then requesting access from any moderator in the Whale server after proof of the Mork holding. So once you have been able to prove that you hold Mork, you'll be granted access to the Hackatao community channel, and you must continue to hold the Mork in order to stay a member of the channel. Each month, the rate for holding of Mork will increase by 50 Mork, so very similar to the mechanics for the Whales channel, where it increases by 50 whale per month, or the Dolphins channel, where it increases by 1 whale per month. It has the same sort of increasing threshold for entry. And the balance of the Mork will be re-verified on a monthly basis to make sure that you are still eligible for membership, and the moderators will be able to remove those users who no longer qualify. And through ample positive participation in the Hackatao community, members will also receive both airdrops and personal transfers of Mork directly from Hackatao. The secondary and final method to gain access to the Hackatao community channel is through the Whales program from the Whale community. So if you are already invested as a Whale member, you do have access to the Hackatao channel. And I think a lot of us have been taking advantage of that and being able to get sneak peeks of a lot of the up and coming artworks and projects that Hackatao have going on. So that's an awesome benefit. A little bit about the Mork artwork. The other equally important part of the value equation of Mork will be supported by the release of Hackatao's art pieces that are purchasable primarily in Mork and secondarily in Whale, so this is tying in both communities, therefore also creating a greater synergy between the Hackatao and Whale communities. The Hackatao duo are going to release a one-of-one artwork every month, which is tokenized on OpenSea and only be available to Mork holders. The value of this artwork will vary between $5,000 and $15,000. In addition to this, the Hackatao Duo will also periodically release limited edition artworks that will be purchasable through Mork or Whale, and the Mork to ETH price will determine the price of each artwork drop. So this will be something that is important as we're keeping an eye on markets, that we're understanding how the price of artworks are varying depending on that conversion. Toward the end of the white paper, we have the future of Mork and closing comments. So the long-term sustainability of Mork is of the utmost importance to Hackatao, and through a continued effort of creation and contribution, a legacy that exceeds lifetimes will be developed. So, for each work that is sold in ETH, Hackatao will continue to contribute 5% of the sales proceeds and the matching amount of Mork to the Mork Uniswap liquidity pool to support permanent price stability, which is super awesome because each time that somebody purchases the artwork, not only are you getting Mork for your purchase, but Hackatao is helping support the liquidity pool with your purchase. So it's like multiple benefits for one action. Super awesome. Over the lifetime of Hackatao, additional artworks will also be periodically added to a Mork vault, which will ensure that the availability of artwork exclusively available from Mork will be constant and long-term. Hackatao have always conceived that art is a timeless universal good, a vehicle for stories of this time to keep existing until future times. So, for future preservation, even if there is a lull in Hackatao releasing artwork, there will be a vault of previous works preserving the current times that will be available for Mork in the future and something that we can look forward to. It should be noted that the value of MORKs is sustained by Hackatao's art, its artistic quotation, and the participating community. The goal is to constantly increase their value in time, in the cryptoverse, and in the system of traditional art. What this means is that the value of the Mork token is driven by the artwork and the community. It's not the value of the token that influences the value of the art. Token is always going to be secondary to Hackatao's art and the community surrounding Hackatao. The value of Hackatao's art is not synonymous with the price of Mork, as I just explained, but rather, Mork acts as an additional tool to synergize, energize, and harmonize the Hackatao collecting community. There are interesting insights into the dynamics between the artists, their work, and social currency, which are found in the included sent post, linked in the white paper. In closing thoughts, the Hackatao community is a world where the old debate about social function of the currency versus its role as a measurement of the value and as a tool of exchange gets solved in the creation of this tool for economic sustainability based on participation. A quote from Hackatao says, "Freedom doesn't mean to be on a tree. Freedom is participation." At the very bottom of the white paper link, we see sources and links to other information. There is contact information for Hackatao, information about Roll, which is the platform that the Mork token is being released from. Uniswap is the platform where you can exchange, buy, and trade Mork. And there are also links to Whale and the Whale community. In closing, the community in the Whale Discord had some questions for Hackatao after going over the white paper together, and I'd like to cover those now. The first question asked if this would be more of a focus on the art instead of the token, and we'd like to again confirm that, yes, the focus of the community is on the artwork of Hackatao, and the token is only an additional benefit to collecting the art and being a positive participant in the community. There was a question about whether or not Hackatao would have a separate server as well in Discord, and for now they have noted that they will not make a separate Hackatao Discord server, but rather maintain their presence on the reserved channel within the Whale Community Discord. Additionally, a question about the access to the Hackatao channel was raised, noting that currently the whales are allowed access to the Mork channel, and it wanted to confirm that this will continue to be the case. Hackatao has noted that holding the whale role is one of the listed methods in the white paper. It's actually the second and last method by which you can join the Hackatao community. So in order to get access to the Hackatao exclusive channel, you must hold either 500 MORKs for the first month or be a member of the whale community. That is noted in the white paper in the smaller text here. One of the next questions noted that for each purchase, Hackatao will be adding both Mork and ETH to the liquidity pool, and the community wanted to know if there were additional rewards for participating in the liquidity pool. It should be noted that at the current time, there are no rewards for those who are participating in the liquidity pool, but Hackatao are studying possible rewards for future use. The next question was asking if there will be rewards for purchasing Mork itself. And the rewards for purchasing Mork are listed in the white paper. There were the whole list of 10 benefits, including being part of the community, gaining exclusive access to the Hackatao channel within the Whale Discord, as well as being able to purchase artworks that are only being sold for Mork. The next question from the community asked whether there will be Mork rewards on Hackatao art sold by resellers, or if this is only available with the first purchase directly from Hackatao. Hackatao has confirmed that at the current time there are no rewards for secondary sales. Only from the initial sale will Mork be granted based on the sale price. And to follow that question, it should be noted that the artworks that are being sold by Hackatao will only be sold on OpenSea for Mork, and those will be the ones that qualify for the additional purchases, not the artworks that are sold in Mork, but those that are sold in ETH value will receive additional Mork. The last question to close out the Q&A for today regarding the Hackatao Mork white paper asked where the name Mork came from, and Hackatao were kind enough to share the origin story of the Podmorks, which are creatures from where their art was born. In 2007, they actually entered the art world thanks to the Podmorks, and still today make them in ceramics, as well as digital, VR, and voxels, and they are looking toward the future to see where else Morks might be able to pop up. Thank you very much for attending the white paper presentation. If you have additional questions, make sure to check out the white paper directly at hackatao.com/Mork or within the Whale Community Discord. Thank you.